Hello everybody, it's Red and welcome back to more Pokémon Yellow. Last time we took down Misty and received the Cascade Badge. This time we're going to be heading out of Cerulean City. Finally, we've been here forever. And we're going to get to the next city. And this right here is Route 5. Here in Route 5 there are two new Pokémon that we can find. I'm gonna wait a little bit to talk about them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wait a little bit. There's one of them that I want to catch, but I'm gonna do that on the next episode, not right now. But if you come down those ledges, going through the tall grass and all, you can't come up here any other way. We're going to run into this house. Let's go in. Take a look at it. Hello, you. I run a daycare. Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? So if you want to, you can leave Pokemon here, and this guy will raise them for you. Every one step that you take while your Pokemon is in the daycare will equal 1 experience to that Pokemon. So let's say, let me just check the experience here real quick. Let's say I want, no, not this ratio. Let's say I want to raise Zoo. Currently, Zoo has 684 experience to level up. So let's put Zoo here in the daycare. You have a daycare, okay. So, I'm gonna leave Zoo with this guy. Fine, I'll look after Zoo for a while. Bye-bye, Zoo. Come see me in a while. And then for every one step that you take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I took 11 steps, maybe 12, I'm not entirely sure. I miscounted that. Let's talk to this guy again. Back already? Your Zoo needs some more time with me. You owe me 100 Pokédollars for the return of this Pokémon. So, for every level that your Pokemon gains, you are going to have to pay an extra 100 Pokédollars in order to get it back. If you don't have the money, you're going to have to grind for the money, unless you will never be able to recover your Pokemon. Yeah, this is like kidnapping in a way, but it's voluntary, kinda. But yeah, if your Pokemon ends up gaining a level while it is in the daycare, you will have to pay an extra 100 Pokédollars per level that it gained. So this is a really nice way that you have to raise weak Pokemon. If you have, for example, a level 3 Rattata and you're trying to complete the Pokédex and you would rather evolve this Rattata than catch Eradicate, then you can just leave the Rattata here. Pokemon will not evolve while in the daycare, but they will learn moves which will override the oldest move. So if your Pokemon is on level, let's say 17, and has 4 moves, when it tries to learn a new move at maybe level 18, the oldest move that it has, which is the earliest move that it had, will be erased. You have no control over it whatsoever. So study your Pokemon's moves. That can be really bad, because there's no way to relearn moves until like generation 3, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, the daycare can be kind of bad because of that. Pokemon will also not evolve while in the daycare. So if you want to evolve Pokemon to complete your Pokédex from using the daycare, you will have to raise them to a certain level and then gain another level while in battle. Or maybe just using a rare candy. Those are the only ways that you have. Well, those are the only things that you can do with the daycare. For now. In Generation 2, the daycare was greatly expanded and I love what happened to it. It became a core mechanic. But yeah, for Generation 1, you just gain experience. That is all. So I will not be using the daycare at all. So if you come down here, let's go and try to get to the next city. I'm on guard duty. Gee, I'm thirsty though. Oh, wait there, the road's closed. Why? Because you're thirsty. Yeah. This guard will not let you through because the guard is thirsty. Can you imagine that? Oh no, sir, I'm sorry, you can go through because I'm thirsty. Yeah. So the only way forward is through this house right here, which is called the Underground Path. Let's talk to this girl. Hi, do you have a Cubone? Oh, you have such a masculine voice. Wanna trade it for my Machoke? If you have a Cubone, you can trade it for Machoke right here. I'm gonna wait a little bit to talk about Machoke, because, well, there's no reason to do it right now. Now, here on the Underground Tunnel, there's one item right here. A full restore, hidden item right there, boom. If you are fast enough, you can actually do what we call the Jingle Cancel, where you pick up that full restore, but you don't have to wait for the box animation to go through, and then you end up saving some time. Yeah, that's just good for speedruns. So if you come down here from the Underground Path, there is absolutely nothing here except for 2 items. There's one right here, where I showed you the full restore, And the other one is, let's see, should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, wait, here, Zoo, excuse me, Zoo, here, let's see, the stairs. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No? Huh. Well, there is another item right here. I just can't seem to find it. It's just an X special. It's not really a great item. I don't like using X items because they just last for the battle, and then if you end up getting knocked out, you're going to lose the item's effect. So I just prefer to sell the item anyways. No huge deal. Let's talk to this girl. People often lose things in that underground path. Yeah, she's just telling us that you should look for items in there. And here we are in Route 6. Route 6 is the very first route that we find that there are no new Pokémon to go over. Whoa! But there are new Pokémon that I need to go over from Route 5. So, there are a few trainers over here. There are 2 trainers that will have different Pokémon from the red and blue version to the yellow version. So, I'm going to point those out from the annotation down below. By the way, up here is just another house that you can go through to get to Saffron, but once again, the guard's thirsty, not gonna let you through. Yeah! Best guards ever. There are absolutely no items here, only trainers, unless you're playing the remakes, and a couple trainers will have different Pokemon depending on whether you're playing blue or, well, red and blue or yellow. So I'm just going to point those out in the annotations, and I'm going to speed everything else up. So, meet you guys in a few minutes. The first new Pokemon that you can find here on Route 5 is exclusive to the blue version, so we can't actually find it here. And this Pokemon is Meowth. It cannot be found on red or yellow at all. The only way to get him in those games is by trading with someone that plays the blue version. And Meowth is a little bit odd, if you ask me. Its stats are not great at all. It's just gonna pour all around, but it does have really high speed for a first form Pokemon. But Meowth is eventually gonna evolve, so we don't care too much about that. The important thing about Meowth is at level 17 when it learns the move Payday. Payday, that means I farted in Portuguese. I'm 12. Payday is a move that will give you money when you use it. Here's the thing, in the first generation, the ways of making money are either very limited or very tiring. You can only make money by selling items that you find on the ground, which eventually you will run out of items that you find on the ground. Fighting trainers, you can only find every trainer once with like 5 exceptions, so those exceptions are hard, man, hard. And they require a lot of resources, so it's not actually great to fight those guys over and over and over again. You can also gamble and then buy items through the money that you get from gambling, and then you sell those items, so it's a different kind of money. It actually works really well. I'm gonna get into that when we actually get to that, but that's another way of doing it, so it relies on luck, it relies on gambling, so you know, it's not actually great. But Meowth offers you a different way of getting money. The move Payday is a TM, so you don't actually need Meowth, but he is the only Pokemon that can learn it naturally. Every time you use Payday, coins will be scattered on the ground. Once the battle ends, you will pick up the money that is on the ground. The amount of money that you receive will be equal to double the level of when Meowth used Payday. So if your Meowth is level 20 when it uses Payday, it will scatter 40 coins on the ground. At the end of the battle, you're going to pick up 40 Poké Dollars. That's all it does. And of course it's stacked, so if you use Payday twice on a level 20 Meowth, you will pick up 80 coins, and that's how it goes. There's a really easy way to glitch the game and get yourself level 100 Pokemon. With the TM for Payday, you will be able to teach that to some of the Pokemon. And then, the best way to make money, in my opinion, the least resource using and least time consuming, is by glitching the game like this, getting yourself a weak level 100 Pokemon that will not have a lot of base power, that can learn Payday, use the TM for Payday on that Pokemon, and then just grind with that. Each time you use Payday, you're going to get 200 Poké Dollars, so if you use it 5 times in a battle, which will be unlikely because, you know, it's a level 100 Pokemon versus something, and it will probably take that thing down in 1 or 2 hits. But every time you use it, you're gonna get 200 Poké Dollars, so that's already a lot. At level 28, Meowth will evolve into Persian. Persian is okay, I guess. Persian is an odd Pokemon because it is different from everything that we have seen so far. Persian will be balanced all around with good HP, decent attack, well, pretty high attack, decent defense, decent special, but its thing is speed. And as we learned in the end of last episode, speed is very important for critical hits. And Persian having this high speed, 115 base, that means that Persian will get enough critical hits. So Persian isn't actually very strong. It is a Pokemon that will kind of require you to be lucky, which fits into the whole theme of lucky cats and that kind of thing, which obviously Meowth and Persian are based off of. But the thing is at level 51 when Persian learns Slash. Last episode I was talking about moves with a high critical hit ratio. Slash is one of those moves. Persian is a Pokemon that has 115 base speed, so 115 divided by 64 is more than 1, which means that Slash will always land a critical hit with used by a Persian. 70 base power, same type attack bonus, 100% accuracy, 20 PP, Slash is a really strong move. Of course it is normal type, so there will be quite a handful of things that will resist it, but as long as you know when to use it, you shouldn't have any problem, and Persian has a decent attack stat to back Slash up. I also ran the math and I found out that Persian is actually the strongest Slash user in the game. No other Pokemon that can learn Slash will deal more damage on average than Persian will, because of that same type attack bonus. Even if they have higher attack stat, same type attack bonus does end up affecting it more than the higher attack stat. So yeah, Persian is the strongest Slash user in the game. It also knows Fury Swipes, which I'm gonna get into the math of it later on. Basically, it can be as weak as a tackle or as strong as a takedown. But with 80 base power, why bother? Just use Slash, you're better off. Of course, Fury Swipes level 37, Slash at level 51, so it will take quite a while. But if you can get through the grind of leveling up your Persian that far, you should be good. Persian should not disappoint you after level 51. Persian learns a handful of good moves through TM, a lot of them are special. Persian has decent special, there are a lot of better special attackers, but Persian will probably be one of the best critical special attackers that you can get, even though it won't get same type attack bonus from any of them. And honestly, you're probably better off catching another Pokemon that can use those moves. But if you really want to use Persian, it's there. It's not bad, it's not awful, but there are better things, there are more reliable things, and it's pretty good. If you want to see a good way to use Persian, I recommend checking out Chugga Conroy's playthrough of Fire Red. It is Generation 3, not Generation 1, so a lot of things will be very different, keep that in mind. But he does use a Persian and you can get a feel of how Persian should work. If you're really interested in that, if you're still not sure, just check out his Let's Play. Links up there in the little eye in the corner, links down in the description, links somewhere in the screen, links everywhere. Great. I love useless criticals. And Zugroot level 20. Nice. Oh, Slam! That's a good move, isn't it? Oh man, I don't remember if Slam's a great move. It has to be better than Tail Whip. I'm gonna learn Slam. There it is. I didn't start it! Yes, you did! I walked into the line of sight and then you... Talk to me, Zoo. Cheering me on. That's the Zoo I know. Not the bird. The bird just sits on my knee and just is a bird. And here we are in Vermilion City. Welcome everybody. This is the third town of the game that contains a gym for us. The Vermilion City gym is going to be electric type. But we're not going to get into that at all. I just want to stop by the Pokémon Center real quick. And now I want to come into this house, right? Nope, not this house. Nope, not this house. Just yet. I do want to go there, but not just yet. I went into the wrong house. I'm pretty sure it's this house. I just want to go into this house right here. Is this the house? Nope. Nope, this is not the house. Okay, let's try again. Third time's the charm. Ah yes, there's a sign right next to it. The Pokémon Fan Club. All Pokémon fans are welcome. So let's go in there. There's one item in particular that I really want. And there goes you. Ah! It's a Pokémon. It's not as if you haven't seen a Clefairy before, but you know. Look at all those hearts! That's awesome. We have a Clefairy on our team. Why can't I let Tattle talk to that guy? Won't you admire my Clefairy's adorable tail? I won't. Ooh, this is a picture of us. Furo. I almost said Spearow, not Spearow. Furo. Beloved Furo. Our chairman is very vocal about Pokemon. Okay, that's fine. There's also a statue in the middle of the table. Nothing we can do about that. What's this? A Seal. Nice. Seal's a cool Pokemon. I like Seal a lot. Oh dear, my Seal is far more attractive. Than whom? Than what? Jeez. Ooh, a Rapidash. That guy's cool. My cute Rapidash. Let's talk to this guy. This is the guy I want to talk to here in the Pokemon Fan Club. I chair the Pokemon Fan Club. I have more than 100 Pokemon. I love them all. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. So, did you come to hear me brag about my Pokemon? You want to say yes to this. If you say no, it will just end the conversation. And then you can start the conversation again. No problem at all. But just for the sake of time, let's say yes. Good. Then listen up. My favorite, Rapidash. It, cute, lovely, smart, plus, amazing. You think so? Oh, it, stun, kind, love it. Hug it when sleepy, warm, and kind. Spectacular, ravishing. Oops, look at the time! I kept you too long! Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. And we received the bike voucher. This is an item that you definitely wanna get. Exchange that for a bicycle over at Cerulean City. Don't worry, my Fury will fly me anywhere. Well, not literally anywhere, but yeah, you know. So I don't need a bicycle. I hope you like cycling. We'll definitely get you that. Remember the bicycle shop over at Cerulean City? Yeah, once you talk to this guy, you'll get the bike voucher, and then you can finally get yourself a bicycle. Yes. We're gonna get into that in more detail next time. But not exactly next time, because on the next episode, I actually want to return to Cerulean, not for the bike, but for something very, very, very special. That can only be done in Generation 1. Even though this game does exist in Generation 3, with the remakes Fire Red and Leaf Green, this is exclusive to Generation 1. So next time, on a bonus episode, we are going to go over something that is quite mysterious. Some would call it mythical. See you guys then. Goodbye. Before we end the episode, there's one more Pokemon that I actually want to talk about. I didn't talk about it in the middle of the episode because I pre-record all of these bios that I do, just to make the recording of the episode a little bit easier on me. And the 2 bios that I had for today ended up being so long that they just didn't fit into the sped up section of Route 6. The only way both of them would fit into the whole battling on Route 6 would be if I slowed down the battling. That's how long these 2 ended up. So I decided to leave Meowth and Persian back in the middle of the episode and do this one right here at the end, just because we're already kinda late in talking about it. And that Pokemon is Abra. All I have to say about Abra is that it is a pain. Abra... So Abra is a psychic type, that's okay, but Abra really doesn't do anything. The only move Abra will ever learn is Teleport. That's the only move Abra will ever know, I am not exaggerating. It has a high catch rate of 26.1% on average. Here's the deal. As soon as you get into battle with Abra, it only has one move, Teleport. So when Abra takes its turn, it is going to use one of those moves that it has. The only move that it has is Teleport, so it's obviously going to use Teleport. When used in a wild encounter, Teleport will always, as long as it works, get you out of the battle. And since Abra is the one using it, Abra will run away once its turn comes. And that will always happen on the very first turn, so you can actually weaken Abra or inflict it with status conditions in order to catch it. So yeah, that's gonna be a pain to catch. Abra is known for being really hard to catch, but it's worth it. At level 16, Abra is going to evolve into Kadabra. And remember what I said about Gyarados and Magikarp, where you don't want to wait the evolution, you don't want to cancel the evolution at level 20, otherwise your Gyarados will be useless for a few more levels? It's the same for Kadabra. Don't cancel the evolution at level 16. If for some reason you gain a level too many and your Kadabra ends up evolving at level 17, get a new Abra. Otherwise, Kadabra will only learn another attacking move at level 27. That is another 11 levels without being able to attack with what many people consider to be the very best special user in the game. I am not exaggerating at all. 120 base special, 105 base speed, lots of critical hits going around, and ridiculous power. Kadabra has one of the highest base special stats in the game, and its base speed is strong enough to not have to worry about things too much. Its defense is poor, its HP is poor, so physical hits will not be nice for Kadabra, so you have to watch out for that. But as long as you know when to use Kadabra, you shouldn't have to worry about a thing. This Pokemon will sweep. So Kadabra's special set is only lower than the 4 legendary Pokemon that we have and 2 other Pokemon out there. Isn't that amazing? A second form Pokemon is the 3rd best special user in the game. But yeah, Kadabra is broken. Just like Golem and Graveler, if you can't trade your Kadabra to evolve it into its last form, it won't matter too much because yes, Kadabra is very respectable on its own. You do not need to evolve it in order to be able to use it efficiently. It is just that powerful. But of course, if you do decide to trade it with someone on your friend's game, you are going to receive Alakazam. More powerful than Kadabra in just a few ways. It only has a few more stat points, but those points will make a huge difference, making it the 2nd best special user in the entire game, second only to 1 legendary Pokemon. So among regular Pokemon, Alakazam is the strongest special user in the game, with humongous speed to back it up. That's it. Alakazam is the definition of broken. And here's the thing, on Red and Blue you can actually find an Abra on Route 24. You don't have to beat Misty, you don't have to meet Bill in order to get yourself an Abra. There are plenty of trainers up there so you can evolve that Abra really quickly into level 16. Once you get a Kadabra, the only thing that you need to do to get an Alakazam is trade with a friend. So if you have a friend or another cartridge and a Game Boy right there sitting beside you, you can evolve your Kadabra into Alakazam at level 16. You can get yourself the strongest special user in the game at level 16 before ever facing Misty. And then you might be thinking, oh hey, but I'm sure we can do that, no problem at all, but there must be some kind of punishment, like for example on moves. And no, the levels Kadabra learns its moves are the exact same levels Alakazam will learn their moves. So there is absolutely no punishment to evolving your Kadabra into Alakazam as soon as possible. This just bothers me a lot, that you can get the strongest special user in the game before facing the 2nd gym. It's, there is a whole lot more that I can talk about Psychic Pokemon, but that's the gist of Alakazam. It is insanely strong, you can get it as soon as you get an Abra, so it really shouldn't be really hard to break the game.